Hey guys, it's Greg Hardy, and I want to welcome you to my channel. With the 2024 presidential election right around the corner between former President Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris, I wanted to make a video that breaks down what the impact could be on your finances in a clear and unbiased way. Elections have a significant impact on many aspects of our lives, especially our wallets. As we approach the next major election, it's important to consider how the potential policies of the candidates, whether it be former President Trump or Vice President Harris, and how it might affect your personal finances. From tax changes to shifts in healthcare costs, every decision made at the top can trickle down and impact your daily financial situation. So in this video, I'll break down what a Trump or Harris administration could mean for your money. We'll cover everything from taxes and job opportunities to healthcare costs and the broader economy, as well as how the stock market has historically performed under each political party. Understanding these factors can help you make more informed decisions about your financial future, no matter who ends up in office. But before we dive in, please hit that like button and also consider subscribing to this channel if you want to grow your wealth. It also helps this video reach more people and can help even more viewers. Now let's get started. Thanks again for being a part of this journey. When it comes to taxes, Mr. Trump and Ms. Harris have completely different ideas. Mr. Trump generally supports lowering taxes, especially for high earners and businesses. He believes that keeping taxes low encourages spending and investment, which can help the economy grow. On the other hand, Ms. Harris leans towards raising taxes on the wealthy and large corporations. Her approach focuses on using that extra tax money to fund social programs that could help middle and lower income families. These tax policies could impact you depending on your income. If Trump's tax cuts continue, you might see a bit more money in your paycheck, especially if you're in a higher tax bracket. However, Ms. Harris's plan means that higher taxes for the wealthy, but could result in more tax breaks or credits for those with lower incomes. This means that some people could end up paying more in taxes, while others might be paying less or get more money back at tax time. When we look at economic growth and jobs, Trump and Harris have different strategies. Trump often focuses on cutting regulations and taxes to help businesses grow, which he believes will create more jobs. His approach is more about letting businesses operate freely with fewer government rules. On the other hand, the Harris administration supports investing in new industries like clean energy and technology to create jobs. She also wants to increase support for workers through better wages and benefits. These plans could affect different industries in various ways. For example, Trump's policies might boost traditional industries like manufacturing and oil, potentially leading to more jobs in those areas. However, Harris's focus on clean energy could create a lot of new opportunities in tech and renewable energy sectors. Depending on which plan is put into place, you could see changes in employment rates and wages, especially in these key industries. This could mean more jobs in certain fields, while others might face more challenges or need to adapt to new market demands. Now, when it comes to healthcare, Mr. Trump and Ms. Harris have different views on how to make it better and more affordable. Mr. Trump generally wants to keep the current system, but reduce costs by increasing competition among insurance companies and giving states more control. Ms. Harris, however, supports expanding government involvement with ideas like Medicare for all or a public option. Her goal is to make healthcare more accessible to everyone, especially those who struggle to afford it. These different approaches could have a big impact on what you pay for healthcare. With Trump's plan, you might see lower premiums if there's more competition, but out-of-pocket costs would vary widely depending on where you live. On the other hand, Harris's plan could lead to lower out-of-pocket costs and premiums for many people, especially those on Medicare or with lower incomes, but it might also mean higher taxes to pay for it. The healthcare sector and job market could also be affected, with Trump's approach possibly leading to more jobs in private insurance and Harris's plan potentially shifting jobs toward public health care services. Mr. Trump prefers fewer regulations, believing that this helps businesses, especially small ones, thrive by reducing their costs and letting them operate more freely. He also thinks that less regulation on Wall Street can lead to more investment growth in the stock market. Ms. Harris, on the other hand, supports stronger regulations to protect consumers, workers, and the environment. She believes that some rules are necessary to ensure fair practices and prevent big companies from taking advantage of people. These different approaches could impact entrepreneurship and investments in various ways. Trump's focus on deregulation might make it easier for new businesses to start and grow, which could lead to more job creation and potentially higher stock market returns. However, it could also mean less protection for consumers and more risk in the financial markets. Ms. Harris's emphasis on regulation might create a safer environment for consumers and workers, but it could also lead to higher costs for businesses, which might slow down entrepreneurship and make the stock market more cautious. For everyday consumers and business owners, these changes could affect everything from the prices they pay to the availability of jobs and investment opportunities. Mr. Trump tends to favor a more protectionist approach, focusing on America First policies, which sometimes means imposing tariffs or renegotiating trade deals that better benefit U.S. businesses. He believes this helps protect American jobs and industries from foreign competition. Ms. Harris, however, is more likely to support building stronger partnerships with other countries, working through international agreements to boost trade and cooperation. These trade policies could have a big impact on businesses that rely on imports and exports. Under Mr. Trump's approach, tariffs could make foreign goods more expensive, which might lead to higher prices for consumers and contribute to inflation. However, it might also encourage more production within the U.S., potentially creating more jobs. On the other hand, Ms. Harris's focus on partnerships might lead to smoother trade relations, which could keep prices lower and help avoid any trade wars, but it might also mean less protection for certain American industries. How these policies play out could significantly influence the overall strength of the U.S. economy, affecting everything from the cost of everyday goods to the health of the job market. Historically, both Republican and Democrat presidents have had their moments of economic success, and it's hard to say which one is better than the other for the economy. Republican presidents often focus on policies like tax cuts and reducing regulations, which they believe help businesses grow and create jobs. This approach can lead to strong stock market performance and economic growth, especially in the short term. However, it can also sometimes increase the national debt or create more income inequality. On the other hand, Democrat presidents typically emphasize government spending on social programs, education, and infrastructure to boost the economy. They also tend to support higher taxes on the wealthy and more regulations to protect consumers and workers. This can lead to a more balanced and fair economy, but it might also result in slower economic growth and higher taxes for some people. According to data from Y-Charts, since 1950, the mix by political party in Congress and the White House that yielded the highest average annual returns for the S&P 500 is a Democratic president and divided Congress. In the end, the economy's performance under each party can depend on many factors, including global events, and it's important to consider both short-term and long-term effects when evaluating their impact. Historically, inflation rates have varied during both Republican and Democratic presidencies. For instance, under Ronald Reagan, inflation was quite high at around 13.5% in 1980. However, through tight monetary policy and budget cuts, it was reduced to about 4% by 1984. On the other hand, Democrat presidents have also had mixed results with inflation. During Jimmy Carter's presidency, inflation spiked to around 13.3% in 1979. In contrast, under Bill Clinton, inflation was much lower, averaging about 2.6% during his terms. It's important to remember that the Federal Reserve operates independently of the presidency, and it plays a major role in managing inflation. The Fed often raises interest rates to control inflation, regardless of which party's in power. This means that while presidential policies do matter, the Fed's actions are crucial in determining inflation rates. Overall, historical averages show that inflation rates have been pretty similar under both Republican and Democratic administrations, with Republicans averaging around 3.5% and Democrats around 3.6% from 1945 to 2020. This suggests that managing inflation involves many factors, including global events and economic conditions, not just the policies of the sitting president. As we've discussed, the outcome of the election between former President Trump and Vice President Harris could have a big impact on your personal finances, from taxes and job opportunities to healthcare costs and how businesses are regulated. Each candidate's policies could shape the economic environment in different ways, whether it's changes in how much you pay in taxes or the prices of goods due to trade policies. Understanding these differences is key to making informed financial decisions. It's important to remember that elections aren't just about choosing a leader. They're about shaping the future of our economy and how it affects our daily lives. Staying informed about each candidate's policies and thinking about how they align with your financial goals can help you make a decision that's best for you and for your family. So, as you prepare to vote, consider these factors and how they might influence your financial future. If you want to learn more about growing your wealth, then I encourage you to check out this video right here. But before you do that, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank y'all so much for watching. I really hope you liked this video and that you got something out of it. I'll see you in the next one.